Hello and welcome to Doing Business in Rwanda. My name is Michael Mjisha, and on this particular episode, CNBC Africa goes on ground to find out on that conversation with the £30 million that RDB and the government of Rwanda did sign with Arsenal Football Club in London that is expected to help the industry, the tourism industry in the country, grow up to $800 million before the end of 2024. Now this, we speak to industry players to find out how exactly it is a niche campaign.
Rwanda, through the Rwanda Convention Bureau, signed this deal with Arsenal. It's a sleeve partnership deal, meaning that Rwanda will be advertising Visit Rwanda on the left sleeve of the Arsenal jersey for the next 3 years. And this means that any time Arsenal is playing, we have rights in the stadium. We have to brand Visit Rwanda in the stadium. We have the players wearing the Visit Rwanda jersey, and that allows us to have exposure and viewership across the world. Over 100 million people viewing at any match day, and that is for us a huge source, a huge potential for incoming tourists.
It's something that we needed as a destination. One of the things that Rwanda is an incredible country with fantastic experiences, but one thing is people in the world were not aware of this, and we needed the world and the global platform to know about Rwanda as a destination. And I certainly feel this was the right timing to do it, especially with how we're positioning ourselves as an eco-luxury destination. We needed the world to know that. One and Only is a global brand. They selectively pick destinations that are incredible, that are special, that are off the beaten track. They have properties in Dubai, in the Maldives, and Rwanda was a destination that they really wanted to come into, and it's a good thing that they are coming into this destination. We have 2 properties, 2 hotels. The very first time the One and Only is actually building 2 properties in a destination. So it's the first time. So they're actually building 2 properties in Rwanda, which is incredible. And I certainly feel that this partnership has also instilled this trust and confidence in the investors. Because once you're partnering with a global brand, everybody wants to be part of it as well. So I think as a destination, we're certainly going to plummet it into the world out there, and I believe we'll get investors coming in.
When visitors come, we also see them explore Rwanda, and more often than not, they also end up investing in our country.
Right now, a huge demographic part of my clientele are tourists. So the more tourists that come into the country, I'm estimating that I will get more income from just my business alone. But then you need to look at the bigger picture and the interest in Rwanda. When everyone is now Googling Rwanda, they might be looking for gorillas, they might be looking for something else to do in Rwanda, but then my designs will show up as well. So you might have someone who has a store, let's say in Finland randomly, and says, I've been hearing a lot about Rwanda, what's going on in their fashion industry? And then next thing I know, I have an order from there as well. So even beyond just the money that comes in, like when tourists come to my store, the general interest in the country is very important, because it will open and widen the horizons for so many other industries based in the country. So this is the first time you have everyone sort of coming together to start building an industry, where you have a plant like CNH that is producing thousands of garments. That's when you can say it's an industry. So right now we're still at the early stages. There are a couple of exciting things going on. There's there's duty. We're importing fabrics. Now there's no duties tax. Then you also have programs like NIRDA that are looking to fund and support the textile industry and actually make it something tangible, like a major industry in the country.
Rwanda's aviation generated 57% of tourism revenues, that translates to $145 million, and traffic is set to rise to 1,151,300 people from 926,000 571 passengers in 2017.
We're going to see more tourists coming in, and that really boosts our numbers. By next year, Rwanda is going to be moving to 31 destinations, and that extended reach also allows us to bring in more guests. We target to have $800 million in tourism revenue by 2024. Now that is a doubling effect from where we are today.
The investment has paid for itself already, because just the buzz going around Visit Rwanda is amazing. And it's not only for the UK, but across the world, because Arsenal has followers across the world. So that bodes very well for Rwanda. We'll be able to bring them into the country. For our flights to London, we fly as you said, we fly 3 times a week to London. Actually, for our December season, we'll be flying 4 times to London, because the loads during the peak season have shot through the roof already. So this is very exciting for us, and we are hoping to see the rise in passenger numbers coming into Rwanda grow even further in the coming year. We have Guangzhou coming up in early next year. In addition to that, we're also planning to open Addis Ababa this year. We're looking at New York coming up in June 2019 as well, and other routes as well. We're expecting 2 additional wide bodies early next year, A330neos, and we're expecting 2 Boeing MAX 8s as well mid next year as well. So our routes are growing, the company is growing, so it's a very exciting time for Rwanda.
We are feeling it very strongly. We're already seeing it now as we speak. As you know, recently Ellen DeGeneres was here, and she was flying with us. We have a trend not to talk about the people that we are flying, but we have been flying a lot of big people, and we will continue. We'll continue definitely. To give you an idea, we have booking up to 2020 December. That tells you how much busy we're going to be. I think we need to get some more choppers purchased, but we are extremely confident that we will be adding value to Visit Rwanda. This country is so beautiful, and it's so beautiful from the air. Our mandate is not only to cater for tourism that are coming into this country, but at the same time develop capacity building in the aviation industry. And in that regard, we have embarked on coming up with a flying school on fixed wing, meaning the kids, the students, the pilots that will be flying on Rwanda Air. We are happy to report that they have started. We've been doing it since February 2018. They flew this week, the physical aircrafts, and it was one of the most beautiful things to see, as it's the first time in Rwanda that we're doing aviation training using fixed wing, and the first 20 students are here. Our objective is to train more than 200 pilots within the next 5 years.
Ronald Kambanda is an accounts receivable officer with Hotel Hilltop here in Kigali. During the kickoff event, he walked away with a fully paid-for trip to watch Arsenal play live, something that he says is a scratch off his bucket list.
It's very exciting, definitely. It's been a dream for me to watch one of the teams that I love. It's been my dream to go and watch them live, and it's a dream for me to be able to go and do that. I'm really excited. We don't know which games we're going to watch yet, but whatever game it is, I'm just very excited to be able to go and watch them live. I think our biggest issues right now are the new coach hasn't yet found out his best team yet. He's still trying a few things out, but I think we need to be stronger in midfield. If we can master the partnerships in midfield, then I think we can do better.
In 2017, Rwanda hosted 169 international meetings, which brought tens of thousands of customers and injected $40 million into the economy. The country continues the streak as it readies to host the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in 2020.
Rwanda was admitted in the Commonwealth in 2009, and then now we have the chance, the opportunity to host this Commonwealth in 2020. That will be a big event, and we really hope that will not only improve or boost our relationship with with the United Kingdom, which actually supported Rwanda in its bid to host the Commonwealth, but also with other members of this organization. So we have started preparing that event, and then we hope that it will boost our relations. But also this Visit Rwanda will have more visibility before, during, and after that Commonwealth. But as for now, we're starting seeing benefits already of this deal.
As of today, Kigali is ranked the number 3 in terms of hosting international conferences and meetings. And that is after Cape Town and Marrakesh. So we're going to see more business tourists coming in for meetings, events, exhibitions. And that is one of those. So it's not just about gorillas, but it's also about conferences. The whole tourism ecosystem is really set to benefit from this initiative. One, the hotels, of course, are the ones that accommodate the guests. But look at the tour operators who are booking in these tourists. Look at the taxi drivers who are really serving all these tourists all the way from the airport to the hotels and back and to the tourism sites. Number 3, also look at the food industry, the people who produce the food that these tourists eat. So the whole tourism ecosystem is set to benefit from this initiative, and we see it as a way of building the entire chain, not just one element of it.
And that's where we leave it on this episode of Doing Business in Rwanda. Understanding that the Visit Rwanda campaign with Arsenal F.C. is expected to bring new investments of up to £300 million in the 3 years, facilitating Rwanda with a boost to reach their $800 million target before the year 2024. Now, if you have any feedback on this episode of Doing Business in Rwanda, be sure enough to send me a link on dbir@abn360.com or tweet us at dbirwanda. My name is Michael Mjisha, and from the entire Doing Business in Rwanda team, thank you very much for joining us.